So hey guys, Game Master 065 here, and I'm going to do the obvious test 2.0. I haven't done it yet.
Actually have really obvious answers. Jack's father has 5 sons. Matt, Mitt, and Mott. What's the name of the 5th
Jack.
son?
Because that's his father. That's how he's dancing though.
Jack was when I said Jack's father. It meant Jack was one of his sons. You're in a marathon, and you overtake the person in last place. What place are you now in?
Last, because you can't overtake the person last place. It's literally impossible.
Well, actually, this is impossible, since you can't overtake someone that's in last place.
Like I said.
You're stuck in a room with 3 doors.
Let me just...
Certain death drop. You have to go through one of
Lions
the doors.
haven't been fed for months.
Which one will you most likely survive?
Lions. Trust me.
The second door, because I'm sure most lions can't survive a whole month without food. In a year, some months have 30 days, while others have 31. How many months have 28 days?
Every single one has at least 28 days.
All 12 months, because they all have at least 28 days in them. Repeat after me. Drop that mop and plop.
Drop that mop and plop. Drop that mop and plop.
Now, what do you do at a
You
green
go.
light?
I'm not dumb.
No, you actually go at a green light. Lastly,
What did I say?
Here's a simple question. Does England have a 4th
Yes.
of July?
Even though the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, pretty sure. I can check the calendar right now.
Yes. It even has a 5th, 6th, and 7th of July. Hey guys, today we have even more seemingly difficult questions that have even more obvious answers. Can you beat the obvious test 3.0?
Yes.
There are 3 brothers, Mark Johnson, John Johnson, and Ralph Johnson.
John
One
Johnson.
of them threw a rock at your window, shattering it. You wonder which brother could have done it. The only clue is the note left on your door that looks like this.
Question Mark
So,
Johnson.
which
Mark
of the 3
Johnson.
brothers threw
It's
the
Mark
rock?
Johnson. Because question Mark Johnson. Mark. Question Markson. Question Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson.
Because the note told you to question Mark Johnson.
Mark. See? Marcus Johnson. Naughty boy
What numbers
Marcus.
should go underneath the card to complete the pattern?
1606, 1688. I do not know my NBA. If it's NBA.
This one's a real head scratcher, so let me make it easier for you. It turns out the
87.
correct answer is 87.
Oh, yeah, I see it now.
If a rooster lays an egg on a roof and the wind is blowing from the north, which way will the egg roll?
South. But unless that, then I'll go that way. Or that way.
Actually, it won't roll because roosters don't lay eggs.
Oh, yeah, they don't. Wait. Oh yeah, they
On my way
don't.
to St. Ives, I saw a man with 7 wives. Each wife had 7 cats, and each cat had 7 rats. Rats, cats, and wives. How many were going to St. Ives?
Seven, I'd say.
1. Only you were going to St. Ives. I never said the man, cats, rats, and wives were actually coming with you.
Oh yeah.
A man walks outside when it is pouring down with rain. There is nothing above him to give him shelter, and he has absolutely no
He's
protection.
bold. He's
Yet,
definitely
not a single
bold.
hair in his head gets wet.
This
So
doesn't
how is this
exist.
possible?
This don't exist. Please don't exist on his head.
Well, he's bald. Alright. Thanks for watching. Please like and comment.
Let me just do this one.
Are you ready to put your mind to the test? These brain teasers appear to be simple and uncomplicated. But they have been stumping people for years. These math equations and riddles were created to test your intelligence, so if you're up for the challenge, click the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up. Let's see how many of these 10 questions you can answer correctly. 10. Take a look at this pattern of numbers: 37, 34, 31, and 28. When looking at each number in the group, which number should come next in the pattern?
25. Definitely 25.
If you guess the number 25, you're absolutely correct. The numbers in this group are all decreasing by 3. 37 minus 3 is 34. 34 minus 3 is 31. 31 minus 3 is 28. And 28 minus 3 gives us the final number of the sequence, 25.
Yep.
9. Here's a tricky question for you. Michael's mother had 3 children. The first child was named April. The second child was named May. What was the third child's name?
What? Wait, what was...
The answer is Michael.
Yeah, I was like,
Mother
wait,
had
what
3
was...
children.
Yeah,
Michael
my
was the youngest
I was
and
like...
their third child.
Because I forgot
Did you
his
guess
name.
correctly?
Yeah, I
8.
did. I would
If you've
have.
gotten the first questions correct, you're off to a good start.
I would have got it
But
correctly
this
if I
next
remembered it.
question will definitely leave
So,
you stumped.
that's
Before
correct.
Mount Everest was discovered, what was the highest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest. Even if it wasn't discovered, it's still...
This is a tough one, right?
Mount Everest is high.
The correct answer is Mount Everest. It has always been the highest mountain on Earth, even before anyone knew it even existed.
Exactly, it doesn't even
7.
need to be known.
Here's a brain teaser that really fooled us all. Are you ready? Here it goes. Which one of these sentences is correct? The yolk of the egg is white, or the yolk of the egg are white. What's your answer? If you guessed neither, go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. Egg yolks are yellow, not white, so both statements are incorrect. 6.
I don't know
You have to listen
egg
closely
parts,
to this
so-
question in order to get the right answer.
I don't
Are
even
you
know
ready?
what it's called.
Okay, here we go. A guy is running in a race, and he passes up the person in second place. What place is he in now?
Second. He's second.
The answer is, he would be in second place, of course. If the guy running passes the person in second place, he has now overtaken that second place position. Pretty tricky question, right?
Nope.
5. Okay, here's a tough one. Michelle was born on December 28th, but her birthday always falls in the summer. How is this possible?
She is in the southern hemisphere, not the northern. Smart.
Have you figured out the answer yet? If not, don't worry. It took us a while to figure it out too. The answer is, Michelle lives in the southern hemisphere. Places like Australia and New Zealand have their winter during our summer. So for Michelle, even though her birthday is in December, it falls in the summertime in her hemisphere. 4. A clerk at a butcher shop stands at 5 feet 10 inches tall, and he wears a size 13 shoe. What does he weigh?
Meat.
The answer to this tricky brain teaser is meat. I know you're probably a little confused, so let us explain. The question has nothing to do with the man's body weight. Instead, it's all about what he weighs for a living. Since he's a butcher, it's his job to weigh meat. Makes sense, right? 3. Okay, don't get too frustrated if you get this question wrong, because it's definitely one of the trickiest questions on the list. Okay, let's get into it. What word in the English language is always spelled incorrectly?
Incorrectly.
You may be thinking all of the words you've seen misspelled throughout the years, but the answer is much more simple than that.
Incorrectly.
The correct answer is incorrectly. The word incorrectly is the only word in the English language that's spelled incorrectly. incorrectly.
What can I say? I'm smart.
2. Here's another question that's sure to leave you stumped. In British Columbia, you are not allowed to take a picture of a man with a wooden leg. Why not?
What's British
Well,
Columbia?
the answer to this question is quite simple. The man doesn't necessarily have a wooden leg attached to his body. The question is simply asking if you can take a picture using a wooden leg. So the answer is, it's impossible to take a picture with a wooden leg. It's only possible to take a photo with a camera. 1. We save the toughest question for last. Are you ready? Some
what's
months
British
of the year
Columbia?
have 31 days, but how many months have 28 days?
Every single one. Haha.
If you said February, sorry, but you're wrong. The correct answer is all 12 of them. All 12 months have at least 28 days in them. Did we leave you stumped?
No.
How many of these intelligence questions did you get correct? React.
I'm gonna do one more thing. This.
Domino's is the country's #1 pizza delivery company. How do we make so many? No.
Everyone loves a good riddle. It can be agonizing trying to come up with the answer, but once you finally figure it out, you feel such a sense of accomplishment. Are you ready to put yourself to the test? If so, subscribe to our channel and give this video a big thumbs
Should
up.
I?
Let's see how many of these 10 riddles you can answer correctly. 10. A murderer has been condemned to death. He has to choose between 3 rooms to face his fate. The first room is full of hot and raging fires. The second room is full of assassins carrying loaded guns. And the third room is full of lions that haven't eaten in 3 years. Which room is
No one
safest
can
for
survive
men?
not eating. That lion.
Give up? The answer is the third room. Lions can live 1 to 2 weeks without food. But if a lion has gone 3 years without eating, it'll surely be dead by the time the man enters the room. 9.
You can say that
Here's
again.
another riddle that is sure to leave you stumped. He who makes it has no need for it. He who buys it has no use
A
for it.
coffin.
And he who uses it neither sees it nor feels
Because
it.
if you
What
use
is
a
it?
coffin, you're dead. Someone that makes it.
If your answer
It's
is
not
a
dead.
coffin, you're absolutely correct. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. The coffin maker has no use for the coffin because he's still alive. The person who purchases the coffin obviously cannot use it either, and the person who uses the coffin is dead, so they cannot see it nor feel it.
Unless you're
8.
some Jesus or
Okay,
something.
here's another tough riddle that really stumped us.
He's not
Even if
Jesus.
they are starving, natives living in the Arctic will never eat a penguin's egg. Why not? The answer to this one? Natives in the Arctic won't eat a penguin's egg because penguins don't live in the Arctic. All penguins reside in the southern hemisphere and the Arctic is not their
I didn't
natural
even get time
habitat.
to answer that.
7. If you've gotten the first few questions correct, you're on a roll. But we're convinced that this next riddle will definitely trick your mind. A man walks into an art gallery and concentrates on one particular picture. The museum curator notices this and he asks the man why he is so interested in the painting. The man replies, "Brothers and sisters, I have none. But that man's father is my father's son." Who is the man in the picture?
Him.
The answer is, the man in the picture is his son. Since he doesn't have brothers nor sisters, the statement "my father's son" is referring to himself. 6. How are you doing so far? If you've been stumped a few times, don't worry. These questions are definitely tricky. Here's another riddle to boggle your mind. You are a bus driver. At the first stop, 4 people get on the bus.
I'm the
At
bus
the second
driver.
stop, 8 people get on the bus.
I'm the bus
At
driver.
the third stop,
I'm the
2
bus
people get
driver.
off the bus.
I'm the bus
and
driver.
at the last stop,
I'm the
everyone
bus
gets
driver.
off the bus.
I'm the bus
The
driver.
question is, what color are the bus driver's eyes?
Why not
Since
green?
the question starts off by saying you are the bus driver,
Yeah, mine
then
is
the
green.
answer is whatever color your eyes are. Get it? 5.
Yeah, mine are
Can
green
you name
hazel.
3 consecutive days without using the words Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Yesterday,
Friday,
today,
Saturday,
tomorrow.
or Sunday? What's your answer? If you said yesterday, today, and tomorrow, you are absolutely correct. Those are the only consecutive days you can use without actually naming the days of the week. 4. Okay, don't be so hard on yourself if you get this next question wrong because it's definitely a toughie. What do these 3 things have in common? Dogs, diamonds, and double plays.
They start with D.
The answer is, they're all best friends. A dog is a man's best friend, a diamond is a girl's best friend, and a double play is a pitcher's best friend. 3.
They also start with D.
Okay, make sure to listen to this next question closely if you want to get the riddle right. Are you ready? Let's go. A man is asked what his daughters look like. He answers, they are all blondes, but 2, all brunettes, but 2, and all redheads, but 2. How many daughters does the man have? He answers, they are all blondes, but 2, all brunettes, but 2, and all redheads, but 2. How many daughters
3.
does the man have? If you
3.
answer 3, you're correct. The man has 3 daughters. One is a blonde, one is a brunette, and one is a redhead. Pretty tricky, right?
Nope.
2. Here's a brain teaser that really fooled us. There is an electrician and a plumber waiting in line for admission to a show. One of them was the father of the other's son. How could this be possible?
They could be married, right?
The answer is because they are husband and wife. Did we fool you yet? 1. We saved the trickiest question for last. Are you ready? Here it is. What is black when you buy it, red when you use it, and gray when you throw it away?
Coal or something like that. Coal, yeah, coal.
The answer is charcoal. When you first purchase charcoal, it's black. After you light it, it turns red, and once you throw it away, it's an ash gray color. Did we leave you stumped?
Nope.
How many?
Let's do this then.
We're back again. With yet another set of riddles that will put your mind to the test. If you're new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Because today, we're going to test your brain power with 10 tricky riddles only a genius could solve. 10. A farmer purchased some chickens and goats. When his wife asked how many of each he bought, the farmer said he had a total of 54 animals with a total of 140 feet between them all. How many chickens and how many goats did he purchase in total? The answer is 38 chickens and 16 goats. The chickens have 2 legs each, so that's 76 feet, and the goats have 4 legs each, so that's 64 feet, which brings the total to 140 feet in total. 9. Jen gave Sue as many dollars as Sue had to start with. Sue then gave Jen back as much as Jen had left. Jen then gave Sue back as many dollars as Sue now had, which left Jen broke and gave Sue a total of $80. How much money did Jen and Sue have at the beginning of their exchange? The answer is Jen had $50 and Sue had $30. Did you get it right? 8. If you got the first questions right, go ahead and give yourself a high five. Now it's time for the next riddle. Are you ready? Here we go. A horse is tied to a 15-foot rope, and there is a bale of hay 25 feet away. The horse is able to eat from the bale of hay. How is this possible? The answer is, one end of the rope is tied to the horse, and the other end of the rope isn't tied to anything. So the horse is able to roam free and go anywhere he wants to go. Did we stump you?
Nope.
7. Okay, here's a really tricky riddle. Are you ready to give it a shot? Start with the word snowing. Delete one letter at a time and continue to form a legitimate word each time until you have only one letter left, which should also be a word.
Sewing.
Are you ready for the answer? If you start with snowing, you can remove the N and get the word sewing. Then remove the S and you have owing. Remove the O and you have wing. Get rid of the G and you have win. Ditch the W and you have in. Then remove the N and you are left with the word I. 6. I'm one of 7 and these are the others. Biggest, smallest, cold, dark, and 2 brothers. What am I? The answer is Europe, one of the 7 continents. Pretty tricky, right? 5. Okay, this next riddle is really tough, so you'll have to listen carefully if you want to get it right. Are you ready? Let's go. A man wanted to enter an exclusive club, but he didn't have the secret password. He waited by the door and listened. A club member knocked on the door and the doorman said 12. The member replied 6 and was let in. Another member came to the door and the doorman said 6. The member replied 3 and was also let in. The man thought he had heard enough and walked up and knocked on the door. The doorman said 10 and the man replied 5. He was not let in. What should he have replied? The answer is 3. The doorman lets in those who answer with the number that is equal to the number of the letters in the word he says. 4. How are you doing so far? If you've been stumped a few times, there's no need to worry. These riddles are definitely tough, but let's give this next one a shot. You have 2 ropes. Each takes exactly 60 minutes to burn. They are made of different materials, so even though they take the same amount of time to burn, they burn at separate rates. In addition, each rope burns inconsistently. How do you measure out exactly 45 minutes?
I got 3/4
The
of it to
answer
burn.
is, take one rope and light it at both ends. At the same time, light one end of the other rope. When the first rope finishes burning, light the other end of the remaining rope. When it burns out, the 45 minutes will be up. 3. Joan was self-conscious about her weight, so when she signed up at the gym and was asked how much she weighed, she said, I weigh 115 pounds plus half my weight. How much does Joan weigh?
How can you...
The answer is 230 pounds. If Joan weighs 115 pounds plus half her body weight, the 115 pounds is the other half. 2. A snail is at the bottom of a well and wants to get out. He manages to crawl up the wall 3 feet each day, but at night he must rest and so he slips back down 2 feet. If the well is 30 feet deep, how long will it take for him to get out?
by day?
The answer is 28 days.
28 days.
The snail averages 1 foot each day, so after 27 days, he has reached 27 feet. On the 28th day, he crawls up 3 feet during the day, but since he is now at 30 feet and out of the well, he no longer slips back 2 feet. Did you get it right? 1. Okay, here's the last riddle, and it's definitely a tricky one. Are you ready? Let's go. All of my ties are red except 2. All of my ties are green except 2. All of my ties are black except 2. How many ties do I have?
3.
Did you give up? The answer is 1 red tie, 1 green tie, and 1 black tie. Check out our friends at The Things who make interesting feel-good videos about lifestyle, pop culture, and everything viral that is sure to keep you
Guys,
entertained.
finish this
How many
right
of
now.
these tricky
Of
riddles
course,
did you get
later.
right? Let us know in the comment section below,
Please
and don't forget to
subscribe
give
if
this
you liked
video
it.
a big
Hit
thumbs
the like
up.
button, and of course, later.